This is Sounds Like Adventure, an actual play podcast all about fun roleplay, short runtimes, and great sound design. I'm your host and DM, Jack Trainer, and I'm joined by my co-hosts and players, Jacob Sirachi and China Wenzel. We are halfway through Season 2 already. It's Episode 4 today. Hey, how you going? It's me, Jack. Thanks for joining us again. Huge episode today. So we're not making you wait all the way to the end of the season again just to get a little slice of combat. We're doing it for you now. The boys are about to throw down. So from last week, you'll know that they arrived at the venue of this event that they're at. Of course, the wizard's nephew. They met the dragon-born bouncer, whose name was Dragon Norm, who had a little problem for them to solve before he'd let them into the venue. So they've gone over and they found this group of quite unsociable kobolds. They're playing music, they're dancing aggressively. It's a bad scene. And they tried to sort of have a chat with them, but things kicked off really quickly. So now, let's do it. The first time in Season 2, let's talk a little D&D 101 for this episode. So very quick one for you this time. We're going to talk about concentration spells because this comes up in this episode. So sometimes when a spellcaster casts a spell, they get to maintain the effect as it goes on, and they use concentration to do that. So basically there's some strain, some strenuous action involved in trying to keep that spell active in the fiction of the story. So the way we simulate that is when someone gets hit with an attack, they have to roll a dice to see if they can maintain the concentration required to keep the spell up. And in most instances, they just have to beat a 10, otherwise we'll explain why it's higher than that. So that's going to come up in today's episode, so keep an eye out for it. And one last thing. Because Odis and Sioc are sort of a fair bit older than the people that they'll be fighting, they're going to get advantage on all their attacks, and any unarmed strikes will deal double damage. But hey, with all that in mind, let's dive in to Episode 4 of Season 2 of Sounds Like Adventure. All right, when we pick things up today, you guys are already at the venue, you've met the bouncer Dragon Norm, and you're about to throw down with a bunch of kobolds. So, for the first time, Season 2, roll for initiative.
Oh, that's a 14.
Yeah, got 22.
All right, Sioc, that means you're first in the turn order, so what are you going to do?
Sioc is just gonna, he's gonna step forward to the nearest two. That one of them was the one he talked to, and in his hands flicker his daggers, but he just instead of stabbing them, he's just gonna swipe with his claws.
Let's get those attack rolls.
So one is a 17. And the other one is a 9.
Great, give me the damage on the first one.
So that would be 4 damage. Yeah, so 8.
Okay, great. You slice through the first kobold with no issue at all. What's it look like?
I'm not going to try to kill him, but, maybe cut up his, clothing and, leave, a big fat red stripe through his upper body.
He drops to the ground and he's like, You wrecked my drip. All right, now it's one of the kobolds' turns, and he sort of ducks down, springs around one of his mates, and then he pulls out this little stabbing knife, and he takes a swing at Sioc, and he's vibing with the music. So something's going on here, and he seems to be they're moving in some type of synchronicity here. So with an advantage roll, he's gonna get an 18. Is that going to hit you?
That's going to hit.
Great. And this tiny little, it's like a little poker, just pokes you. And you take 1 damage.
Ah!
So this guy runs down here and he gets out a little sling and he slings something at Sioc. And the music's just getting these dudes. 23 he rolls.
Yep.
Little rock hits you. You take another 1 damage. It's like, you dog cat. The next guy runs out. He slings another rock at you. This one misses, though. He's like, ah!
I assume he's just trying to like shoot him off like little bugs. And
Yeah.
while he's doing that, he also swaps away the rock.
This is our city. Otis, as we come to your turn, the music on the song Stone changes to a new track.
Otis is going to stay where I am, and I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. And so I create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside the 30-foot cube. The pattern appears for a moment and then vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom save. On a fail save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed, they are incapacitated.
What do they need to beat?
They need to beat 13.
Okay, great. So the music's still going, so they get advantage on these rolls.
Ooh.
And what's the thing?
Wisdom save of 13.
Wisdom. All right. Great. First one beats it. Second one beats it. Third one beats it. Fourth one also beats it. Oh, there we go. First failure.
I was like, if I cast it in amongst these like 12 little pricks and every single one of them passes.
They are vibing out right now, man. This music has got them amped. That one beats it. 16 beats it. 15 beats it. And 11 does not beat it. 14 beats it. And an 11 does not beat it. 3 of them are charmed.
All right, so Otis will, just get on the other side of the wall. And I think Otis would like do the like, he would dust off his shoulders and like pull up his sleeves.
Next up is this guy, though. And seeing Otis do something crazy like that, he's gonna charge at Otis, yanking out his little poking stick, and he's gonna try and poke you. 16.
That's gonna hit.
If you lose your concentration, it's gonna be so funny.
I know.
Take 1.
1 damage. Okay. Do I even? I have to roll for concentration, don't I?
Yeah.
Gotta beat a 10.
Yeah.
Come on. That's an 8.
That's so funny. It's like nothing happened.
He just comes in, he just pokes you with a little poking stick, and you're like, ow! And the illusion disappears.
Yeah, Otis is expecting it to like not hurt, and then it actually hurts, and he's like, ow! What the hell?
So this guy runs down here, seeing his mates chuck the rocks before. He's going to chuck a rock at Sioc. It's an 18.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Oh, you take 2 for this time.
Oh, no.
Look out.
I'm going to half that.
Great. Next one runs down with the poking stick onto Otis. An 11.
That's gonna miss. So Otis, I feel like now prepared for people coming to shank him effectively. He just like sort of slaps the stick away.
14 for a rock.
Meets it beats.
Take 1.
Yay. Otis did again. He's like, ow.
Great. This guy sort of like heads over here and starts like fiddling around with the song stone. And the music gets louder. This guy's going to throw a rock at Sioc. 23. That's going to hit.
Yeah.
This is our city. Take 1.
All right. So it's just going to look at him. You're next.
You're next, he says back. And this last one's going to chuck another rock straight at Otis. And as he does it, he points at the hat and he goes, "What are those?" 21.
That's gonna hit.
Only does 1 damage, but it hits you right in the hat.
No, my trilby.
All right, Sioc, it's your turn. There's a lot of chaos going on. The music is still cranking. These dudes are going hard. And that guy's still fiddling around with the artifact.
Yeah, Sioc is pissed. Like, he's pissed. So he's gonna, like he promised, he's gonna bonus action disengage, like cunning action disengage. Go over to this guy, and he actually gonna stab him.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, I'm not trying to kill him, but aiming to maim.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, that's attack roll. That's 17.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I'm just gonna stab him in the arm or something. 4 damage.
So you stab him right in the arm, hits him in the arm. It's like right in the top of his arm, just like at a weird spot, and it's poking out. What the hell, bro? Chill out. And he falls to the ground, and he's just staring at his arm, and he is out of the fight.
The daggers, they do psychic damage. You're getting stabbed somewhere in the body. It actually hurts in your brain.
My brain, bro. All right, there we go. That music's cranking still. This guy slips around the other one, and he's like, "Man, chill out, man. It's all chill. Don't need to stab anyone." And then he goes to stab you. 15.
Oh man, that hits.
He stabs you right in the arm in the same spot you stabbed the other guy. Does 1 damage.
It doesn't go through the leather.
Okay, great. Just in the interest of time, because there's order, guys, I'm just going to roll once for the 3 attacks that are going to happen in between Sioc, your turn, and Odis's turn next. And all of these attacks, they're throwing rocks. They're going to chuck them at Sioc. So they're going to hit. So now I'll just do 1 roll for the 3 hits. They'll all do the same amount of damage. So they're each going to hit for 1. So you'll take 3 damage, Sioc.
Yeah.
So Odis, you take a look around. It's a pretty crazy scene. There's all these kobolds running around. They're swarming on Sioc, throwing rocks at him. Music's still cranking. What are you going to do?
Like, I imagine that the noise is like just overbearing as far as their music at this point. Odis looks at the songstone and puts a hand out and like shatters a piece of ice in his hand and just goes, "Enough!" And a shard of ice gets flung from his outstretched hand and goes to strike the songstone.
Okay, great. Let's get that attack roll.
That will be it's a 9.
Well, lucky, it's just like a stationary artifact just sitting on a table with nothing going on there. You chuck the thing, and it hits it. And then a few things sort of all happen at the same time. First, you hit it with the ice shard, and it must dislodge something inside the songstone because the music skips and it changes. And then you look over the kobolds that are fighting you guys, and you notice as the music changes, they seem to sort of deflate as if it was sort of empowering them in some way. So now they're not going to have advantage on any of their checks. And as mentioned before, as you hit the songstone, it skips and the song changes. And it changes to something that sounds very similar to, but definitely is not, easy, like Sunday morning. Thursday morning. That definitely doesn't happen. It's definitely not what the song is. And you turn around and you look over this chaotic scene, Odis, and it almost appears to you in slow motion. Sioc is standing up on top of this low wall, just kicking down at these kids trying to get up at him. It's just like fists raining onto faces. And it's at this moment you look around and you notice a crowd is watching you guys do this.
Oh, no.
And the crowd is cheering for you guys. Like, they are erupting over this. They're like, finally, someone shuts these kids up, playing this stupid music in public, bothering everybody. And just watching the blows rain down on these children. There's just like rapturous applause around you. And I'm going to give you another action to take because of the thrill that you feel in this moment as you look over this.
So Odis is going to prepare Thunderwave. The rubble and rocks and pebbles around me sort of rise up a little bit, and just this like wall of thunderous force sitting ready to pounce. And Odis like yells out across everyone, being like, "Enough!" Like in the like deepest, loudest, most intimidating voice he can.
Okay, I'll let you do two things here. I'll let you ready the action, and then I will also let you make an intimidation check here. But it is going to be very, very hard. Once again, I'm putting a DC of 20 on this, so get a 20.
Oh, I have a 0 intimidation, so I have to nat 20. Otherwise, I can't do it. Sweet. Oh, that's an 11.
Not quite there. So you do this, you make this big display, the rocks all rise. It's enough! The voice quietens the crowd for a moment, and then all of the kids in unison, "Shut up, you elephant dog!"
Odis at that point just sort of like sighs, his shoulders drop, and he just, "Fine then," and releases the thunder wave.
All right, let's go. You're not striking to kill here, are you?
No. Thunderwave is like, it's more that everyone gets pushed away with like a force, not like struck with lightning. It's not lightning, it's thunder. Yeah, so it's almost like a concussive force that blasts out.
So like technically rules as written, ranged attacks, spell damage, you can't do non-lethal damage. That's not something that the rules allow for. But hey, this is our game. This is fun. So whatever. You can do non-lethal damage this time.
So that's say they need to make a DC 13 con save, and it's a 15-foot cube of thunderous force outwards from me. So
okay, great. So there's 3 in range of you for that attack. So same thing again, interest of time. I'm just going to roll once. You got to beat a DC 13. Here we go. That's a 3.
Awesome. So all 3 of them take 9 thunder damage and get pushed back 10 feet away.
Yeah, they could get pushed back 100 feet away at this stage. You'd knock these dudes out all at the same time. Just kaboom.
And so along with that, there is a thunderous boom audible for 300 feet around me.
Oh. Wow. It's lucky there's a music festival going on. Great. So the new music's still playing, and it seems to just be making them very upset to be hearing this right now. They're not in a good mood anymore. They didn't seem like they're in a great mood to begin with, to be fair. But they're even in less of a good mood. All right, so let's go through again. 3 more to attack in between Sioc and Odis's turns here. So I'm going to roll 2 rolls. 1 for the 2 ranged attacks that are about to happen, and 1 for the dagger strike. All right, first roll. It's a nat 1. So that's going to miss. And second roll. That's an 11. The music stopped. It took away their powers.
You just picture the scene from Matrix where he's fighting all the Mr. Smiths, like the Agent Smiths. And he's just like weaving through all the punches like nothing's touching him. And then it's like all of a sudden 2 daggers appear, 1 in each hand. And he just like stabs down at the 2 guys left of him.
When the daggers appear, the crowd like, yeah! As they appear, like they're into this, despite it being extremely violent. And you stab down at the 2 right in front of you.
I'm twirling and twisting as I'm doing like a spiral, going low. Both hands poke out and slice. Dagger 1 and dagger 2. It's a 25 and a 7.
Yeah, so both of those are going to hit. Straight down.
The first one is 4 and the second one is 7.
You get them and they're like, my brain! And they both fall to the ground.
Right where it hurts.
Great. And as you do this, the crowd erupts. They're stoked. So, and you feel that rush of energy at the same time as well, Sioc. So you get to vibe out. You get to do something.
I'd like to kick the other one.
Just give him a punt.
Like after the spin double slice, it just like kicks backward with a 17 to hit. Yeah, 4 damage.
That guy goes down as well. Just cave his head in, metaphorically.
And then he just stands there, like both arms kind of upwards, like, come at me!
And they all just, this is our city! They are not losing steam at all, despite the music stopping and their whole sort of attack falling apart, it seemed like. They are going here. And to evidence that, one chucks a rock straight at you as soon as you say that, Sioc. And they roll a 9.
He's like he's not even moving. He's just standing there, like the pose, like both arms outstretched. And the rock just flies past him. Are you going to chuck another rock? Chuck all the rocks. Come, chuck them all at me.
A rock comes flying as you say that. And they roll a 1.
Yeah, they're just flying past me. I'm not even moving. I'm just standing there. It's like I'm invincible.
All right, once again, interest of time, I'm going to roll 1 roll for 3 attacks now. Here we go. It's another nat 1. It's just getting absurd at this stage. All right, Otis, what are you doing?
Yeah, Odis, I imagine this looking like the scene of that, like the skit comedy where that guy just slaps everyone at the party. He just slaps the kids and then slaps everyone walking up to him, and then the policemen come up and he keeps slapping them too. This is what Odis is going into. So Odis is just going to open hand, slap the kid in front of him, and then walk over to the next one. Okay, yep, so it's an 11 plus 1.
12. Okay, well, 12 hits. Perfect.
Sweet. So that will be 2 damage as I open hand slap this kid.
And we're doing double damage on everything, remember? So
4 damage.
you just slap the spit out of this guy. Just whoosh in his face.
I imagine it's like not a sideways slap. It's like diagonally downwards. Like if I had a sword, I'd be cleaving him from like shoulder to hip. So like it's like that punch him into slap him into the ground sort of thing. Just like boof.
Sioc, you're up on this wall. There's the bodies of just crumpled little kobolds around you that you've been smacking around. What are you going to do now?
So he just walks forward, arms still like up like this, walks up on that little ledge still to the next guy and just kicks him in the face again. Oh, that's a net 1, but with advantage, it's a 24.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, that 24 is going to hit.
Kick to the face for 6 damage, double 12.
There we go.
It's like, who's your god now?
Okay, I'm going to roll once for 2 left. See if we can beat a nat 1 on this one. 23.
Oh.
All right, that will do it.
All right, so you're going to take 2.
Yeah, we're gonna half that.
Otis.
Like Sioc's just is pretending that he didn't even feel that. Just looking down.
Otis will stroll casually up to sort of the middle of like the remaining group, and just proclaims loudly. He will be like saying, "This is your last chance," gesturing around at all of the down children, and seeing what their reaction is before he slaps this kid again.
There's like a moment's pause, and then all the kobolds in unison scream at you, "This is your last chance, Elephant Doc!"
Otis just, with the other hand, actually, you know what, with his trunk, just slaps the kid with another unarmed strike.
Yeah, give me the same again.
That is a 15. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is going to be 4 damage.
this guy, the trunk comes away, like it covers his face for a second.
Yeah.
And then it comes back and his eyes are just crossed and he just drops to the ground.
Amazing.
Or he falls limp while you're holding him, I guess.
Yeah, and then I
that's
just
what happens from there.
drop him like a sack of potatoes.
Sioc.
So Sioc's just gonna kick him in the face. Oh, that's 20. So that's a 26 to hit.
And that's a nat 20, right?
Yeah, that's a nat 20. That is 9. That's 9 damage, but it's doubled.
You just kick him really hard and he falls to the ground and feels like an idiot. All right. There's one left, Odis, and it's standing right in front of you.
Otis just looks at him at this point like, really? Like, every other, like, they're all gone. Like, really?
This is my city!
Otis just, like, with the songster in hand, just smacks him with it.
All right, go ahead.
That is a 13.
That hits.
Yay! 4 damage and, yeah.
Great, yeah. Just crunch right across this stupid face. Folds to the ground. Like, that's mine, as he passes out. So as you knock out this last kobold, you turn and suddenly another kobold arrives, hits the ground, much bigger than the other ones, and this one actually has wings. And it looks across the crowd, it sees all its compadres just absolutely annihilated, says, "Get up, you grunks!" and turns around and looks at you guys
Can I throw a dagger at him?
straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah, I mean, heat of the moment, music's still going. Why not?
Attack roll.
Do I still have advantage? If yes, it's a 23. If no, it's a 17.
Great. So no, so I'll give you the 17. So the way this happens, basically, you throw it and it spins through the air and it's spinning and it hits the base of the knife right between the eyes, this guy. It's like Joe Rogan describing a punch, describing one of his own punches. It's just like, kaboom! Like it just hits him, connects so hard. And this dude is asleep on his feet. He's just like staggering around. He doesn't fall to the ground though.
Yep.
And he's somehow standing up. And the crowd falls silent at this point. They've been still just rapturously cheering the whole time. They don't sort of know what to do. And then you hear one voice come over the crowd, the voice of Dragon Norm. And you hear him yell out, "Finish him!" And then the crowd starts chanting, "Finish him! Finish him! Finish him!" And it's clear that they don't want you to kill this guy, but they are expecting something spectacular. They're expecting some type of finishing move here. And Odis, for a moment, you don't know what's overcoming you. Your hand starts to like quiver and shake at your side, and it starts to move in this circular, swirling motion. And it comes up and it rests next to your ear in like a listen here motion, next to your big giant elephant ear. And the crowd just explodes on the side of you. And you're feeling the vibes at the moment, and your other arm starts to spin around, comes up to your ear. The other side just kaboom again. Everyone is into it. You don't know what's happening. It's like some type of mania has swept across the room. What do you guys do? Sioc, you're filled with energy at this stage.
Sioc is like, he's standing like on a little ledge, yeah? And this guy is like, well, how far away is he? He's like 20 feet away, 30 feet away. Ooh, that's far. But Sioc's just gonna jump, the jump of jumps, and like elbow slam from the top.
I hate this.
Macho man, here we go. Feel like this has to be acrobatics, right?
Oh my god.
It's a far jump.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, and he does it. Oh my god.
That's a 17 on the die, so plus 6, it's 23.
Okay, what's it look like? You spring from this spot.
It was like it was like I was standing there, like just down, and then the jump of jumps, like full Superman flying towards him, like stretched out, and then like on the pivot, like on the top arch of the jump, it turns from Superman to like turning sideways, reaching the elbow out, bracing the fist with the other arm, and then elbow straight into the face.
You do that. You fly through the air. It's like you're in the sky at this one moment. Odis, you're looking up. It's like these magical beams of light keep flickering through the air. It's like slow motion. Almost goes into black and white for a moment for you. And then that elbow just comes down on this kid and just right on the bridge of his nose. Exactly what Dragon Norm asked you to do. Came in and you test the integrity in that moment. And that integrity does not hold up. Just you hit him. Doesn't look too bad, but he's going to be feeling it for a few weeks. And as you hit the ground, the crowd just explodes.
I'd say he's just standing there, arms up, like, I'm the winner. And then he looks around, and it's like all these kids on the ground, beaten up, bleeding. I'm the winner.
You see, I promised you a big one. It was a big one, right? But hey, the quest to find out what happened to Mary Canary's daughter continues in next week's episode. And to make sure you don't miss that episode, head over to your podcast app that you're listening to this on right now. Make sure you subscribe to or follow the show free. And as I always say, you have no idea how much a 5-star review really helps us out. I found out the other day that most shows have no reviews. So if you have time to leave us a review, it would mean so much to us. And hey, our competition is still going. You got a few weeks left to enter. Head over to our socials to take a look. But hey, with all that in mind, I'll catch you next week for the next episode of Sounds Like Adventure.